back to Reese's Crochet Creations. So if you are new here, I'm a crochet artist, and we do a bunch of crochet, and we do knitting sometimes, not as much as crochet though, it's mostly crochet. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today I am remaking my first plushie. So I found this kit at Craft Warehouse, and this was my very first plushie made from the same kit. So I wanted to take the time and I wanted to make this video of just remaking my first plushie because I feel like that'd be a fun experience. So let's go over what I would like to fix and just to change. So the first thing about this bee is obviously my first crochet project, not wonderful. The embroidering of the eyes, I did not do very good with this. I used slip stitches instead of single crochets because I only knew how to do slip stitch. For my magic ring, I was able to do a magic ring, but for some reason I was doing half double crochets in the magic ring. And I wanted just to, I tied my yarn at the, you can't see it because it's black, but I tied my yarn at the back and it weaved in my ends. So those are the main things I would like to fix. So let's get to crocheting. JK, not get to crocheting, open the kit. Oh my gosh, I think it's so funny that I was able to find the exact same. Well, the kit I got was in a little just shop out. We were on vacation and I just got the kit at a little shop. So it's funny that I found one in Craft Warehouse. And yarn, same yarn. So this yarn is not very good for beginners. It honestly splits a lot. So I don't think it's going to be a problem for me now, but it would be a problem for me. It was a problem for me when I was a beginner. So this kit comes with a plastic hook. I don't want to use a plastic hook. What am I going to do? I don't want to use a plastic hook. But I guess I'm just remaking my first crochet project. This isn't a reveal in the kit, so I think I'm going to cheat, and I think I'm going to use my own hook. Why did I put that in my hook thing? Wait, I want to show you something, guys. I want to show you something. These hooks, weak. Do not get these hooks, guys. Do not get the hooks. So I am going to just start doing this bee, and I do want to see if the pattern was easy to understand because I had to figure this out when I was a beginner, and I was struggling. But I guess I'll see how I figure it out now. So there's Spanish and there's English. Okay, that's nice, but yeah, I feel like I remember this being really hard. So let's get to work. Okay, I just did my magic ring, and this yarn is annoying to work with. It splits pretty bad. And one thing I gotta say is this kit didn't come with a stitch marker. So I wouldn't be able to count. I would have to count my stitches, or I'd make a stitch marker out of yarn because it doesn't come with a clipped stitch marker. And the instructions for the magic ring are very confusing, so I'm not sure how I figured out how to do this. But anyway, let's keep crocheting. Okay, so I just finished the yellow bit and I just attached the black yarn, and this pattern is slightly confusing to read. So it's single crochet and next stitch, 2 single crochet and next stitch around. So that's kind of confusing. I would write it 2 single crochet increase times 6. That to me is just neater and nicer. But now I'm going to do my first round in the black. Okay, so I just did the first row of black. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but the color changing instruction, or no, not the color changing, the increase pattern was really weird. So it was of course it was regular 6 single crochet increase up to 2 single crochet increase. Then it was single crochet around, and then 5 single crochet increase, and then single crochet around, and then 6 single crochet increase. And that was a bit, that's not a very normal way to do increases, but okay, whatever. Guess that could work. I don't know. I just did the first round of black, so let's do some more work, and yeah.
get rid of her. She's
You guys, I'm done with the body. Let's just cut the yarn and sew it up. So one thing I do have to say about this kit, it is nice that it has a lot of extra yarn, because if I was a beginner, I would no doubt make mistakes and my tension would probably be loose. And I do not recommend this kit for beginners, but we'll get more into that later. It's just not a very good quick kit. Instructions are confusing, yarn, not good quality yarn. I mean, kind of good quality, kind of itchy. It just splits a lot. But anyway, we'll get more into that later in the end of the video when I do a review and compare this one with my first crochet plushie. So I'm just sewing up the body, and then we have to make the wings and embroider the eyes. I think I'm going to do the eyes differently though, because I don't really like the way the eyes look on that bee, honestly. I don't really like the way they look. So I'll probably embroider them differently. Like, it still counts, it's embroidered eyes, just cuter. So anyway, the body is done, and let's work on the wings. And there we go, just like that, we have our first wing. So now all I really have to do is crochet our second wing and sew everything on. Okay, so I got both wings done, but there's something I gotta say this. They barely had enough white yarn left. So if I was a beginner and I was having trouble doing this, and I was running out of yarn, I probably wouldn't have enough yarn to do the wings, So that would be annoying and that would be a problem. But yeah, I have a little extra yarn for the white, a lot of the yellow, and not very much black. So anyway, let's sew the wings on, put the eyes on, and then we can do a review and point out what I've changed. Okay, there we go. We have the wings sewn on. So now let's just put the face on, and then he's done, and we can review. Okay, let's put the face on. Okay guys, it's done. Can we get a drum roll, please? Ta-da! It looks, I don't know, I don't think I like the eyes very much because I am not wonderful at embroidering eyes. And this yarn was horrible to embroider with. But that is what we're going to leave it at. So this is the comparison. So let's go into what I've changed, how much better I've got, and my review on the kit. So let's start with my review on the kit. So the first thing I want to talk about is the instructions. They were slightly confusing. They were confusing to understand. It's like it wouldn't be how I would write it. It was confusing, and it was a bit harder to do than like a basic crochet pattern that you'd buy off Etsy. So that's one thing. Difficult.
You should have got the corner one too. Do you like your
Thing number two is it had plenty of yellow yarn left in between black yarn, but not very much white yarn left. So I feel like if I was a beginner, I would probably run out of white yarn, honestly. So that would be a problem. Number three is a stitch marker. It didn't come with a stitch marker, so I would have had to use my own stitch marker to count my stitches. And as a beginner, that would be difficult if you don't know what a stitch looks like, and if you don't know how even to crochet. So that would be difficult. So that's, I don't remember which one that is, but that's that one. My final review on this kit is going to be a 2.5 out of 5 stars. The instructions were confusing. The yarn split a lot. It almost didn't have enough white yarn. Yeah, it just wasn't very nice. So anyway, let's go into what I've changed. So the first thing first, obviously, should be very different. This one I used slip stitches because I only knew how to do slip stitches. This one I used single crochets because this is what you use for plushies. And number two is going to be, I embroidered the eyes differently. I honestly don't really like this one, but I'm not going to go back and redo it. It's fine. It's a learning experience. So I differently embroidered the eyes, so that's number two. Number three is going to be my magic ring. This one I did an actual single crochet magic ring. and this one was just half double crochets. I did half double crochets in a magic ring, and I don't know why I learned with half double crochets, but I learned with half double crochets. So this is a half double crochet ring, and this is a normal ring. Number 3 is I actually sewed I used the white yarn to sew the wing onto the body, but this one I, for some reason, used sewing thread. Can you see that? Yeah, I used sewing thread to sew the wings onto the body. But I think that's really it. I think that's really the differences. So yeah, this has been me recrocheting my first crochet plushie. So let's go to the outro. I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming along and watching this video. We crocheted this wonderful bead, not my favorite, but we were remaking my first crochet plushie. Oh, the wings are so uneven on this one too. So anyway, that is going to be it for today. And thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next Monday for another crochet video. See you guys then. Bye guys.